thicker the pie, thicker the ply, thicker the bag. Mean I'm a buy, now leasing no beamer. I'm Brian O'Connor, driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and the way I've been made it. The mad, man in that bag, cause I'm all in my bag.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Tackle made there by Mason Foster.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Luck on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Now it's Crowder. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The first carry for the rookie, it's Darius Geis. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, 4 down. I said 580. Great 15. Check 53's Mike.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. That's good for a Redskin first down. Richardson on the reception from Smith.
I said, line 80. I said.
On first down, this is Geis. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
I said, line 80. Hey, gun. Hey, turn it up.
Just beating the play clock, Smith. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Smith finding Doxson that time for a Washington first.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't.
Ready, line 80.
He'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Hey, boys, we got 4. Set, line 80. Hey, back up.
Geis with a carry on second down. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
And, Brandon, as we continue to see, so much of the influence on this game is now coming from those hybrid-type players. In this case, strong safety, not worried about covering the pass. What a play on the run.
Tackled for a loss.
Yeah, forget the pregame introductions. He introduced himself with authority on that play.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Set, line 80. Hey, back up. Motion. 15, yeah.
From the 50, it's Smith. It's brought in by Doxson. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. It's the Dolphins that have grabbed the early lead over the Jets. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Set, line 80.
On the handoff, it's Geis. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Watch right. Ain't no such thing as a... Ready, line 80.
This is the first carry for Rob Kelly. He's to the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Rob Kelly, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, we got 3 down. Check out. 12. 60. Ready.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And he's got Rodgers. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. He got 29 yards that time. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
To throw on 2nd down is Locke. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. And it's 3rd and short.
Coverage was great everywhere that time. He tried to get it to his outlet, tried to get it to his running back, but sailed it a little bit too high and actually left his body open for a big hit.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hey, we got 3.
3rd and 2, Locke. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
They start on the ground with Geis. Fighting through it, he's got space. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30, 10. It's the first NFL touchdown for LSU's Darius Geis. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 14-0. Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey,
Now a carry from Mack. Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll fake it. Now Love. It's complete to Grant. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A very solid gain of 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Staying on the ground with Mack. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Here's Mack, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here we go. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. Line 622.
They'll run with Mack. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. Now a toss play. This is Mack. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So with 4th down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I'm talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
They'll hand it down to Geis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Ready?
On 2nd down, here's Smith. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Smith finding his big tight end Reed for a Redskins first.
Let's go. Let's go, 15.
So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Looking for his tight end Reed, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
After the interception, it's Long. It's a room to maneuver. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And they're going to get this one all the way up to the 35-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Now a first down throw. Luck. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
13 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Right, 622. Back out.
A shotgun snap for Luck. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Doyle. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Luck now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. On first down, Luck being chased out left. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, here's Luck. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Mason Foster in there to get him for a loss of a yard, and it'll bring up third down. From the gun on third down, Luck dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Preston Smith in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Vinatieri's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Tight right. Hey, I said 580. I said.
Here's Smith now on second down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
Orange.
On third down, Smith. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. This is Geis on a handoff left. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Redskins on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Ready? Line 80.
They'll try and run for it with Kelly. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Here's Mack on the toss. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Colts on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8.
3 down. Second out. Right.
From the gun, here's Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
Let's go, 15.
On the ground, it's Geis. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
We got 4. Set. Line 80. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now a give running left is Geis. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
What we're seeing from the defense here is a group of guys bearing down, trying to help out their quarterback after he threw an interception. Good stops on the first 2 downs. It brings up a key 3rd down.
On the ground, Geis. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, rolling. We're rolling. 370.
Now Mack. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Luck. Flush to it. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Crowder now to return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Checking the NFL scoreboard there in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 8 there on the 1st down play.
Well, so much for all the time that you spend in practice because for offensive linemen and running backs to get in sync, that requires a ton of practice time, a ton of watching tape together, a ton of really getting to where you're thinking with one mind on every single play that's called, every single run, because you want to know how your guy's going to block it. They want to know how he's going to run it, what kind of cuts he's going to make, and it's really anticipatory. And when you're really locked in together, You know what he's going to do before he actually does it. On this play, that didn't happen at all, and that turned into a big loss. And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
The Redskins on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Set, line, 80. Liz, huh, Liz.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Dotson with a grab over the middle. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Settle down, huh?
This is Geis. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometime in this fourth quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
To throw on 2nd down. Smith. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. TJ Green with a pick. There goes Green. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Get line, 80. Here we go.
Smith now to throw on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Ready? Line, 80.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm here all day.
Now it's Smith. Setting up the screen to Kelly. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 yards there and a first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Smith now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
15.
Now a run with Geis, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here's Smith. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
4 down. Check 4.
Check 31, check 31.
Set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Geis. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And with the play clock winding down, Jay Gruden's going to use a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Redskins on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, I got number
Set. 580.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He finds his target. It's Crowder. First catch for the Redskins, leader in the receiving yardage category a year ago. Good for a 1st down. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
check 43.
Here's Geis. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
15.
Watch twist.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Pierre Desir in on the stop.
Blitz.
Number 35.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Yeah, baby, boom!
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's go, B, let's go! Hey, let's get this!
I said, line 80!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And the Colts coming out now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Luck on first down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. To throw is Luck. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Indy. 41 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
From the red zone now, Luck. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Ryan Grant, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there, but they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot, and that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
Back to the air, Luck on second down. Escaping the pressure right. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is third and long. Now Luck. Forced out to his left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Desperation time for Luck on fourth down. And he's got his man Hilton. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Here's Luck. Flushed it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. And avoids the contact by sliding. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now Locke. That's got to feel good for Andrew Luck. His first touchdown pass since New Year's Day of 2017, as his guys are back within a single score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Back to throw. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this will be recovered by the Redskins, and that should just about do it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Washington, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.